just recording a shit.
Oh, well, yes. Oh, my boss told me to swear less, but that's a great introduction to our group code review session. We're going to look at Apache Spark PRs today. I look at them pretty frequently. You all probably do not look at Spark pull requests very often.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. You've looked at some Spark pull requests in the past, a few months ago, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever looked at Spark pull requests?
Yeah, I did in past 6 months ago.
6 months ago?
Yeah, I once saw a video.
Okay. So you watched the video code review. Okay, so my goal for today, and we'll see if my hypothesis is accurate or not, I believe that you don't actually have to know Spark to review Spark code.
So you can test me.
Yeah, so
basically.
this is, well, I mean,
I know Spark as a
Yeah.
user, not as a contributor. So.
right. Yeah, I think all
It's
you
very
need
large.
to do is know the programming language and know what Spark is trying to do, right? If you know it as a user, I think you can totally start with reviews. And my assertion and belief is that a lot of people want to contribute to open source projects by contributing code, which is totally cool, and I'm really happy people want to do that. But Spark has like 500 open pull requests, and really our problem is not that we don't have enough people making pull requests, it's that we don't have enough people reviewing the pull requests. And part of this is that reviewing code is demonstratively generally less fun, but it's super important. And I think if we have more people participating in the review process, it's a really great way to learn the skills that you're going to want to use to contribute to Spark more effectively. And either I'm completely wrong, and this is going to go terribly, in which case I need to retract a talk submission or two for next year, or I'm right, and this is going to go well. And either way, it's going to be fun. So we're going to switch to live, and we get this nice Windows 98 feel.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh wait, do people want to introduce who they are? I can go back to the.
Fine.
Yeah. Do you want?
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Chetan Khatri. I'm working in Big Data and Spark and Scala in Axion Labs, Bangalore, India.
Hi everyone, I'm Alu. I'm a software developer, Scala developer, doing mainly backend, but I also did some data engineering using Spark.
Hello, I'm Ruben. I use Spark. I'm a data engineer here in London and Spain. And I've done some pull requests, but I would like to help more. So maybe reviewing it.
Yay! Okay. Let's hope this works. Really optimistic. If it doesn't, it'll just be a depressing time. But that's okay. Okay. So let's increase the font size. I can't read for shit. I left my glasses in San Francisco because they weren't cute. But so this is the Spark pull request dashboard, which you all may or may not have seen. This is a way that we can go and find pull requests coming into Spark. And we can narrow it down by area. Are there any areas that people are interested in picking to look at today? We've got SQL, core, machine learning, the scheduler, streaming, Python, probably not for this
Probably
problem.
not for this day.
But we can totally do that. I mean, we can review a Python pull request to the Scala
Conflict of
conference.
interest.
Just a little bit.
That's fine, perfectly.
No,
But if you have pull requests open for Apache Spark module or MLlib
MLlib? Okay, yeah.
with the Scala or something like that,
Oh, you're all
try.
you're also
yeah, I mean, as soon as like the business logic knowledge is not required.
yeah. It's okay. Well, so I was looking at this one earlier today. So I just left a bunch of comments on it. So maybe not the best one. I have no idea what the hell this is.
Like Spark ML events.
Yeah.
It's like Kafka events or what?
Maybe? I don't know what this one is. Autocast threshold from integer to float in a prox.
I think this info abstract decimal type for Scala, this problem I also got when I was working with Apache Spark and MS SQL Server. So when you have data frame, which has the, on target side, you have decimal 28,9 precision recall.
Okay.
And when you have the data frame and want to insert the data, it says the conversion fails because you have to explicitly convert data types dot create decimal and provide precision and recall over there.
Okay. I mean, so this sounds like a good pull request for us to
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah.
today then, since you've experienced
Yeah.
this issue, and so you're probably invested in trying to fix it.
So
I am curious what that other thing is, though, but we can take a look at that another day. So, okay.
it looks similar what I spoke, I think.
Oh God. Okay. So yeah, what does this say? This is an abstract decimal type. Okay. So, they don't take abstract data types in arrays. Okay. Okay. Do we want to look at the code?
Yeah. So
See what. I'm really curious what's happening here. Oh no, I don't. Let's go look at the files changed. So for abstract decimal type. Oh, okay. Wish I had a better screen on this one. Sorry. Maybe okay. Yeah, 200% view is okay.
yeah.
So it's using reflection to get the type.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So basically, maybe it was like the type was erased because like couldn't find the implementation. I'm just assuming.
I mean that makes sense.
Is that the only change?
Oh no, we got there's 11 files changed, so we can.
So but it's similar.
Everything's similar.
Seems to be the same. Much more similar.
So. So the.
I mean, it seems pretty good.
Yeah, let's. Okay, yeah. So we changed it. So there's a change to the schema class, right? The data type is now an abstract data type rather than a concrete data type.
But if we use the data type itself, I think it can support the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Is there an explicit requirement to just make it abstract data type other than going with the existing data type? Because the goal is to make the decimal column with 38 and 18 scale, right?
Yeah, let's go back and double check what their goal was, because I'm confused why we swapped everything for abstract types. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's. Like, if,
Like I don't see how the two things are related.
yeah, let's double check it. Maybe we missed it before. Okay, let's reread the definition. Huh.
Oh yeah, like with the UDF.
So I don't work in SQL very often, so I am also kind of lost here a little bit. But my guess is they're saying if we return something with higher precision than the system default, it sets null.
No, that's not correct.
I mean, what do we think? So reading this sentence, I'm super confused, or not super confused. I'm a little. I don't know.
And they're saying that if they have the decimal type, they want to convert to decimal type 38, 18, right? So precision and scale 18. In case this is not enough, null is written as input for the UDF.
As input for the UDF rather than the return value. Wait, what? Okay. Do they mean output and write input,
so
or do
maybe
they
there
mean
is an
input?
UDF reading from I don't know, a variable with this type.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That could make sense. How about we go?
And the problem, I mean, I don't understand what's the correlation between the fact that this decimal type casting is returning a null, and how
Yeah.
it's correlated with this abstract type data type thing.
So when I get lost like this with code, since it says they added a unit test to test it, I wanna go read their unit test and see if
And
they
see
did.
what they did actually.
Yeah. Does that sound?
Yeah, I was.
Oh,
with
you were
that on my
already
screen.
reading the
Yeah.
unit test.
Yeah, I was puzzled with the unit test.
You're cheating.
Sorry.
Maybe you can tell us what you
In
found.
advance now.
It's at the end.
It's down at the bottom. Okay, cool.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, this is definitely on. What the fuck? Sorry. Okay, so Spark UDF with. Okay, so this is an input of some type, and we say that it's a decimal type of 30. Here, let me go. Where? Yeah, 30, 0. Wait, so what are the two parameters in decimal type again? I don't.
It is precision and scale.
Okay, so our scale is 0, scale is 30. Oh, and so what they're saying is, what are they? If value is known, then null. Otherwise, convert it to a big integer. And then square it.
Yeah, to me, this test is missing something because there's no null case.
Yeah.
The pull request is something return null.
Yeah, it's also like shouldn't be tested also like this is the epic case, right? So shouldn't be tested also the case where this is I don't know.
The sad case as well as the
Yeah.
happy case. Is this the only
Like
unit test?
I think so. I don't see anything else.
It looks like the data frame inference is giving double, and they need in the decimal. The conversion of big decimal to decimal type is failing, and that's why he had gone through this convolution. But
another thing, I don't know, maybe because this is a Java library, so
Yeah, it's fine. My Java is a little rusty too.
yeah, but like in which case this is supposed to be null, like
Yeah, it would be good if the test covered that. So that can be a good piece of review feedback for us to leave, right? Is it would be better if we also tested the case where we expected to get null.
Yeah.
Do we want to leave this review feedback?
Yeah, because like like for example here it says like in this function if not if value
Do you want to select the part of the code so that people
like
can see?
here the,
Yeah.
this
Yeah, 492.
if value equal null return null,
Yeah.
but this is not really explanatory. Like if we have a big decimal, why should we get null? In which
Right.
case?
That makes sense because like none of these inputs, like there's only one input and none of the inputs are null. So do you want to leave? Like you can type the comment if you want.
Go ahead.
Or no pressure if you don't want to be the one to type the comment. It will show up in my account, but it's if that's okay.
420.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
You want to write it?
It's okay. If you type it and you press start review, I can go and edit it.
Refresh
later.
that.
Don't worry.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
we
So,
can go and change things.
So, in which case
The value
is
would be
the
value.
no? If there is a case which would have a test for it.
Yeah. That sounds great to me.
Absolutely fine. Yeah.
Yeah, this is good.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So if it's okay, I'll just press start review, and we can go and add more review comments together. Still, if we want. Okay, so this is a good start. Because I mean, like this is fine. I mean, it makes sense that this would be the same here, but you know, if we're going to have this check, yeah, I don't super understand under which case it would be null, especially with the change, right? Because I think I don't know.
Yeah, because I think this broadcast was open to fix the problem that we were having with null as an input,
Yeah.
and not returning a null.
So this should not be the case anymore, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
Rather, this condition is not required at all.
yeah.
Because this if condition will never ever be true.
Right. So if this if condition can never be true, then
This case is not required.
yeah.
This case itself.
But it's possible that we have misunderstood, in which case asking the clarifying question is good, because it's a chance to figure out if maybe what they've written is not exactly, you know, what they intended, right? If there's still a situation in which it can be null, then it's good to know, so that we can ask them to add that test. Right.
Sounds good.
Cool. Do you want to look at the rest of their code changes? I don't. The rest of it looks
Similar.
pretty much all just kind of
Changing the type everywhere.
yeah, just
Yeah, okay.
my
It's
one.
just the signature of the.
There's a set of cases here that maybe are more.
Oh, okay. So there's so you and you're cheating. Okay,
Again.
let's go find it. Thank you for cheating. And make this faster. So your screen is not so small. Okay. This is private. Oh, interesting.
It could be.
Oh, that's in the rest are in the public area.
Depends. This case class schema might be. Yeah. So this is private, so it's okay that they're changing it. Right? Or what's your thoughts here?
Well, it looks like a private constructor or something for the.
Yeah, for the user-defined function. So it's to me, as someone who works on Spark for a long time, I'm nervous that this might break something.
Same here.
Okay, you're also nervous.
Yeah.
Are you nervous too?
Okay, yeah, changing the type is not always
Yeah.
easy.
So like Scala has like really excellent type checker, so I'm pretty confident that if this is compiling in Scala, it's probably
It will
okay.
fail itself.
But the part that I'm worried is that we have multi-language pipelines, and I don't know what the impact is going to be. But
What happens is that eventually somebody breaks something that was supposed to work, kind of.
yeah.
It will be
Like,
reviewed and tested somewhere before it goes to master plan.
That would be like a bug fix.
Yeah.
issue.
So normally, normally this gets caught because our unit tests in Python will catch it. Did it pass the unit tests in Python? Okay, so then it's probably fine. It says it did. Oh wait, but did this change any Python files?
There's only chance.
Can you? So I don't know this because
Python.
I should know this, but I don't. I remember we talked about optimizing our build so we only ran Python tests when needed. So I want to see if it ran the Python tests. Do you want to check that while we? It would be.
I'll try.
Okay, cool. We can keep going and trying to catch up to where you got. Okay, so is it was it in UDF registration.scala? Is the one?
No, I think it was a bit farther up, but
Okay.
not a lot.
So these are all just the concrete type changes that we saw everywhere. Okay. I just want to make sure that they're not doing anything sneaky in the middle. Oh, right, we have this 22 times because macros are hard. So this is I'm so sorry. This file.
This is auto-generated.
Yeah, this is auto-generated code. Okay, I'm not going to bother to look at the 22 cases.
Okay.
Okay, so this looks fine, right? This all look fine. We want to go find the case classes. Oh, this is also... Is this private as well? Because we changed the type here. I want to see if it's private. This is not private. What?
Yeah, I mean, is there any? I'm not really familiar with the code base, but is there any integration test on like how this part of the code works with each other?
It looks like most of them run.
Okay.
There was some that were skipped. I don't know if they are usually skipped, but they look like the ones that may break.
Oh. So the ones that were skipped were the ones that might impact us.
Data frame, UDF, arrow.
Oh, Arrow I'm used to seeing skips. We don't have it installed on all of the machines, so we only test Arrow about a third of the time. And we just hope. Sorry.
I'm glad I don't use Bash.
My life is sad. But yeah, like this is probably covered by tests, but I wonder.
So, converting data type to abstract data type and concrete data type will break the existing functionality of the data frame or the explicit, implicit, whatever it has to infer the data types from the data frame.
Yeah. So I mean, if you look at it, right, they changed all of the inferences to infer the concrete and abstract types as needed.
Yeah.
But the problem that I'm worried about is the people who didn't depend on type inference, right, and instead specified their types manually, right? Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, similar to that only.
so did they change anything in the test directory? Because if they okay, so they changed the UDF suite. They only added a thing to it though. So I mean, if I saw lots of changes in the UDF suite, I'd be very nervous. Because that would maybe be a sign that they've changed the type functionality of the UDFs. But yeah, I'm still even changing types in public classes makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Right, it's just you never. It's okay, right? Maybe, but I just. And I'm not saying that we never should change types in public classes, but
This data type,
yeah.
where it's coming from, is a Scala native.
No, I think it's a. So if we import it from Org Apache Spark SQL types data type.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, maybe we can check like.
Yeah.
Do you think
What's the difference between data types?
hold on.
yeah.
Do you think the Org Apache Spark SQL types got data types? Okay.
Yeah.
And you see here data types dot create decimal type and pass
Oh
the
yeah. Okay. 28.9.
whatever is required over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
This can solve that purpose without changing anything.
Well.
Casting with data types dot create decimal type and then pass whatever you need. If by default inference is happening something else, there's no need to create UDF and cast big decimal to.
Yeah. So it's possible that there's a way to solve this without making this abstract.
Do you think this is what I did when I faced this kind of issues?
Yeah, so I think if the user explicitly casts it to the right number, it should probably work okay. But I also understand being lazy.
Being lazy and Spark can do for you.
Yeah, and so if we can solve the problem for people so they don't have to think about it,
Yeah, we can break our head then.
I'm all for
I
it.
think they changed that it's kind of doing something.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
And now it's just a general decimal type, and it'll figure out the thing later. But let's. I want to find, because you were suggesting that we go look at the types,
maybe
right?
It's like they are somehow related. Like I can imagine one is inheriting from the other.
Yeah, I could totally see this. So we're importing it from something called Org Apache Spark SQL types, but I don't know which file it's in. And I don't have, because I spend most of the time that I'm in Spark, I know where everything is. Oh, do you know where it is? Oh, it's inside of abstract data type. What the? Oh, okay, wait. It's under Catalyst. I was in Core. My life is okay. So this is the abstract one. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Let's look at this one. So an abstract data type has a concrete data type inside of it. Possibly. Wait, what? Oh, default concrete type. That makes more sense. Okay, yeah. Oh, so here we go. We can see the decimal type accepts the two different concrete decimal types.
Yeah.
Okay, so this makes sense, right?
Actually, in this pull request is calling this default concrete type function.
Is it? Let's take a look.
Calling something
No, it's saying default concrete type, yeah.
Oh yeah, so this
And maybe
is...
this is a type data type.
This is for data. So this is when it's creating a literal. So data type default concrete.
Yeah.
Do we call literal down in the test?
like I think, but I'm not sure. But it
Yeah.
can be that maybe a refactoring. We can leave the same signature of the constructor, like data type instead of abstract data type.
Yeah.
Because this default concrete type is returning
A concrete
something.
type.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's true.
this is what I'm thinking. So that, like, you don't have to expose it. Like you.
We don't have to show abstract
Yeah.
types everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the problem is the system default that is here, which should be something else, or should be...
Yeah. Let's find the concrete data type, maybe, if that's...
Yeah, because maybe it's extending the abstract.
Yeah, data type extends abstract data type.
It means it has more functionalities than
Yeah.
I mean, I think the abstract data type is just a trait. Oh no.
Yeah, we can double
It's
check
also
it.
abstract class, but
This is also abstract class, but yeah.
it means it has something more. So maybe it could be breaking something if
Yeah, it definitely... There's...
because
Yeah, this change is a little scary. Because...
A little more scary, I would say.
And I
Yeah.
think like the user never need the abstract data type anyway because it's always calling the
Data type itself.
Yeah, it
So
always...
it's a kind of
Does it ever not call concrete data?
it's always calling concrete
So the-
data type, so it's a data type. It's not an abstract
The
data.
one situation where it doesn't call concrete, though, is the one where they're trying to fix it, which is decimals, right? Because in decimal they don't call concrete. The decimal type is just decimal type, and
It's keeping it abstract when it's doing the inference here.
yeah. So I think
Yeah.
So my impression of what's happening, and we can ask them when we leave our PR comment, is that as far as I understand, it looks like their plan is to defer the inference from an abstract type to a concrete type to later on in the execution, so that there might be more information available when they're doing it then, right?
Or the user at least can change it more easily.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, because if you hit the previous code, you were stuck with the system default. That should be...
Yeah. Oh, I'm really curious. Well, I want to take a look at this. This makes me wonder. So, data type is an extension of abstract data type, and this has a default concrete type function. What is default concrete? So the default concrete type, if you
Itself is the
which makes
object
sense.
of data
Yeah,
type.
that's very, it's a type data type.
Yes.
It's not a type abstract data type.
Which is okay, right? So what this means is that if we take a sequence and we fill it in with mostly concrete data types, right, and we convert it back, we'll still get the concrete data types out, right? It's not that it's going to go to the concrete abstract base class and get a different default type, which is a thing of it, right? But yeah, this is still kind of, I don't know.
Maybe we could ask why is the user using abstract data
Yeah.
type instead of data type?
Yeah.
Like, what doesn't make just data type work?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, because is this
Yeah. Okay. Here, let's.
some details of the implementation are not clear. Maybe can be refactored.
Thanks for working. I'm not super familiar with this code, but I was hoping you could maybe clarify some of your implementation choices. I find that if I say this part at the front, people get less.
No, it's
Confrontation.
Yeah, it's more collaborative, right? If it's just like, I don't know why you did this, people like
I
feel
understand,
like
I
you're.
understand that.
But if you're like, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but like, I'm sure
Start
you
with
made
slow.
good choices, right? Like,
I think I
just don't
have
know.
one of these comments here.
Yes. But like this is because
Yeah,
I honestly like I'm only even I work on Spark all the time, but like here you can see like we're touching things where like I don't know what's happening and like you all know just as well as I do what's going on, right? And so we can just ask them in a nice way and
If they can add little more test cases that can help us that what exactly happening with the example.
also because they could have like a perfectly reasonable explanation.
Probably,
instead
that is probably
saying
not clear.
Test cases that can help to understand the problem better.
Left a comment about one, but I'm sure you have more in mind. Two. The other one is so I think we're all a little bit confused about the need to swap abstract data type in
in a single
Data type itself. Abstract
base class.
data type itself is data type, right?
What's the
Yeah.
idea of
Default abstract.
yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah, the
Is
signature.
the base class something user defined function? I don't remember.
Yeah, the user-defined function is a little scary, even though the types inherit from each other. So probably wouldn't break anything, but maybe some more explanation on how this works
Would be helpful.
would be helpful for future developers working in the same area. Y'all
Okay.
Yeah.
cool? Okay, rockin'.
Yeah.
So we'll leave this as a comment. We have our other comment on the test cases being like, hey, I don't know what you're trying to do. It'd be really cool if we could figure out like what's going on here because I don't know. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna switch this back to work. I'm not gonna be back in 3 minutes. Okay. Fuck it. God damn it. I'm a professional, I assure you, just not a very good one. Here, I'll come over. Sorry. Okay, so that was our group code review adventure for today. Here. He cheated a lot, but it was really useful, so thank you for cheating. I don't know. So, I mean, I want to be really clear. Like, I think that hopefully this will demonstrate to you all that you don't have to know Spark super well. Like, you just have to have a sort of understanding, and you can provide valuable review feedback.
Yeah.
Right. And this is really helpful for committers like myself because
It can help you as a committer to see first level of review and then start working on that.
totally, and it also helps contributors feel more engaged with the project, right? Which is really important because
If something is getting changed, you will get to know on the spot that these are the changes happen. Or if you worked on some component or the part of the Spark, you understand this can cause this problem.
Yeah.
So give the example that can you please add this many test cases with this perspective so that can help.
totally, like reviewing code has taught me a lot about
How actually Spark works internally, right?
Yeah, because like I don't know how. For example, before today, I did not realize we had an abstract type that could be used as a schema type, maybe, but isn't really ever used anywhere particularly usefully. And so, like, I had no idea it was part of our design structure. And so, like, this is my job.
I think one more point that one or two projects cannot really implement or use all the features of Spark sometimes. Okay, so if you work on one project, it requires only RDD and Spark SQL. That's all. Maybe.
I'll try.
Yeah.
It's super cool actually. Like it's a very complex project and it really makes fun to understand.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you all for doing this.
Thank you.
Do you have any closing thoughts?
It was fun.
It's fun. I enjoyed.
Okay, cool. Thank you everyone. I hope it's fun to watch the recording as well. If not, don't worry. I'll still post it anyways. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, I wonder if I recorded it.